Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your account with PhantomFlow, which is basically a social media platform for all your marketing needs. It is not just like a content scheduler, but basically responsible for creating content and posting this content at specified interval while basically following the rules that you defined. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to log into my account. And once I log into my account, it's going to bring me right into the dashboard. And you can see right here the number of posts that it has created, the recent activities, and all of the buttons here. And we can also just go to content history to have a look at all the posts that it's making. And here there will be a link to actually view that post, and you can also see here if the post actually included images and the exact prompts that were used to create those posts. The first thing that you would want to do is to click on account, and basically here you're able to manage your accounts based on brands. So you basically create a project for each brand that you want to actually create content for. So for each brand that you're going to be creating content for, you need to link all the social media accounts for that brand to the project. And the reason for this is because the content rule that you're going to be creating is going to be specific to a project, which means that all the accounts that are linked to that project would use the same content rules and bot settings. So I already have two projects here. I'm just going to create a new one to illustrate this. So I'm going to put a name here. Let's just call this project PhantomFlow, and description can be anything. I'm going to click on create project, and right now what I'm going to do is to select that project. And once I select that project, you would see right now that I'm able to actually see the link to connect my social media account for this project. So I'm going to select on Twitter, and it's going to ask me to authorize this app. I'm just going to do that. And now Twitter is connected, and then I'm going to connect Facebook. So if you don't have Facebook or you don't have all this, you can just connect the one that you have, and that will be enough. So I'm going to connect Facebook account that I'm using for this demo. So I have already connected two Facebook accounts before. So what I could do now is just to edit that permission to include this new page that I'm adding here. And I'm going to basically click on continue. And that is going to save it, and it will redirect me back to the PhantomFlow website. And now I need to choose the actual project that I'm connecting, which is PhantomFlow. So these are other pages that I've connected previously. And if it's your first time, you have to select one page. This is basically because you have to connect each project to specific social media accounts. So I'm going to connect this page, and it's going to update the settings for all the existing pages before to update the tokens for communications. And then I'm going to go back there again to PhantomFlow and then connect LinkedIn, which will be the last one that I will be connecting today. So I'm gonna put my email right there. And right now, so basically I'm going to see the same page. I'm going to select PhantomFlow and click on connect organization. So with this, we now have all the account linked for PhantomFlow, which we just connected now. The next step now is to go to the project settings, and this is where we're going to basically define like the content rules and the posting schedules and all of that. So we're gonna come right here. So right now it's auto selecting PhantomFlow, but you can always choose between which project you're creating for. The first thing we want to do is the main one is to go to the content section. And basically here is where we're going to tell you the kind of content that you should be posting and basically set up everything. So I'm going to click on use wizard because it's easier to generate the content using this wizard. So what I'm going to do now is basically I have put together some already together some content that I'm going to be using for this. So I'm going to basically take the name of the app and put it here. And for the business type, this is going to be basically social media marketing manager, or basically social media marketing. So brand personality, you're gonna be able to choose between the options that we have here. So I would just choose one which says, let's say trustworthy and professional. And here basically you need to specify like the brand values and all of that. So, and then you can just fill up all of that. And the next option will be basically to describe what your brand is about or the services that you're offering. And that I'm going to just also paste in whatever already specified. And so here is where you need to basically tell the AI about like the features of your app, or if you are basically dealing with services, you have to list out those services right here. So I've already written this out, and we're just going to basically paste them here. So basically just provide enough information to describe like your business or the features of the app that you want to be creating posts for. And then the next one will be, hey, what is the unique selling point of your product? So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to click next. And now we need to tell it about like the target audience. So I've also basically copied that out. I'm going to paste it here. And also we have the options for competitor. Right now I'm just going to put no. And then we have also here the brand tone. So basically, how do you want the tweet or the post to be like? To be energetic, professional, or whatever your options. I'm going to choose professional and formal, and then I'm going to put some brand keywords here. And then basically these options you cannot change at this point, but you'll be able to change this later. This is just going to be like the content mix that it's going to be basically posting on behalf of your brand, and the percentage here are basically chosen from best practices. So I would recommend to just leave it the way it is right now, but you can always change this later on. Okay, so this is basically just a review page where you can review everything. If something is not looking right, you can always go back to fix it. And once we have that, we can then click on generate content rules. Okay, so now it has basically generated this content for us. What we now need to do is to review them. So you need to review them to be sure that everything that is being generated actually matches what you want to be seeing in your post. So it's going to basically be it's basically a template that the AI is going to follow. So these are not the actual posts that it's going to be posting, but it's going to use this as guideline for your basic for your brand. So you have to check and make sure that all of these are okay. And as I said before, you can also change the weight. So for example, for the use cases about your product, the posts about the use cases, it's going to be about 25% of the posts that it makes will be about the use cases, and engagement will be about 15%. Tips and tricks about general tips and tricks will be about 20%, and social proof will be about 8%. So you can actually change these values from the default. So we also have like the viral content here would be about 2%, and then the features, your main features will be about 30%. So, and you can also add more to, like if you want to add a new entry, you can just add a new entry here in a new line, and then fill in that basically with whatever you want. But I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now, and look at the other things to see Basically something is missing here, that it did not generate like the hashtags, so you may want to fill that in yourself. So whatever is missing from the template, you just need to fill it in yourself, and check all of these properly, that they are basically things that you want to be talking about, okay, or things that you want to see being posted on your social media account, because it's going to follow this template basically. Okay, so once you're okay with all of these, so I might just add one or two hashtags here, and these are going to be like some of the hashtags that will be adding to the content. And basically, once we're okay with that, you may want to go back to review these other settings, because when you use the wizard to generate content, it basically reloads all of this, and if you have not saved before, it's going to basically wipe all of this off. So I'm going to set my time zone to CET, and right now I'm not going to worry about Reddit posting. I'm going to put the URL here because I'm doing this for PhantomFlow app itself. I'm going to put the URL here, and then I'm going to go to platform settings, and this is where I'm going to be now scheduling like for each of the platforms that are currently supported. So we have Twitter, Facebook, and also LinkedIn. So here we can define like the time window for posting, and I'm going to do one right now so that it's going to post while this video is ongoing. So I'm going to set this to 23. Let's just set it to 23. Use hashtag. I'm going to say no, don't use hashtag. So I'm also going to do one for Facebook at the same time. So let's just say 23, 24. And then I'm going to do one the same for LinkedIn. So we're going to say 23, 25. And I'm going to remove this. So I'm scheduling 4 posts each day. For LinkedIn, I'm saying to include the URL. For Facebook, also the same. I'm going to say also use hashtag for LinkedIn and Facebook. And basically, I'm going to leave at Reddit for now, because Reddit is mostly about monitoring. And then you can check like the safety sessions. Most of the stuff here are not stuff that you can change. These are based on your subscription. So for example, like the posting frequency, and also on the platform, like the number of posts per day that you can have, basically are things that you cannot really change. These are basically based on the subscription that you have. Okay, so I'm now going to click on save, and we have everything saved. Now we can go back to the dashboard. So we now have 9 accounts that are connected, and we can go to view like our content schedule. And if everything is fine, let's go to the new project, PhantomFlow. So right now we should see like the content schedule, like the next posting is going to be at the 23 in just few minutes from now. So we're going to wait. But right now, if we go to like the content history, you will see for PhantomFlow, there's nothing right here. So we're going to wait a few minutes. I think the first post is going to be in, so that's going to be in 23:41. So if everything's working fine, we're going to get our first post in our social media account at that specific time. Okay, so I'm going to edit the content rule so that we are able to get a posting right now. So I'll go back to the settings, and then I'm going to choose a PhantomFlow project. Okay, so it's going to be posting in 1 minute. So we set it to 23:35 and 23:35. So that's going to be posting in 1 minute. We can see that in the posting schedule for the project. So that's going to be in 1 minute. So okay, so it's 23:55. So you should be basically creating for Facebook and for LinkedIn right now. And we can head over to the content history to basically see maybe that's created for those platforms. Okay, so let's go to content history, and you can see right here that we have one LinkedIn post at 10:35, and then we have this is actually in UTC, which will be 11:35 for me, and we have also Facebook post at the same time. So we can go and view the LinkedIn post. You can see both of them actually include images. You can see that that's basically created the post, and if you basically look at the post, you can see that it's following the content rule that we've provided, and it's also included a link to the app right here. And you can also see, like in the image, that is the name of my app is actually included in the image that was generated, PhantomFlow, and it's basically generated this image to reflect like what the app basically does, right? And then I'll put a like here. And the same thing, if we go back and visit the Facebook post, we could also see the post that was created and the image that was also created for that. And you can also see that it included like the link to the website in the post that was generated. So all these posts are going to be basically tailored to your platform based on the content rule that you specified. So thank you for viewing this video, and have a nice day.